Hey everyone, welcome. Today we're going to dive into something that's, well, it's huge for any business with a website. How do you make sure search engines like Google don't just read your content, but that they actually understand it? Let's get into it. So, think about it. You've poured all this time, all this energy into your website. But if it isn't communicating clearly with search engines, you might be missing out on a massive advantage. So the real question is, are you really speaking their language? Okay, so here's the heart of the problem, right? When you and I look at an address, our brains just get it. We see the business name, the street, the city. It's instant. But a search engine? Without a little help, it just sees a big old string of text. It has no idea what's what. There's no meaning there. Yet. And that gap? That's what we're talking about. It's literally a lost translation. All that amazing, valuable info on your site, it's not getting through clearly. And yeah, that's a big problem. So why does this even happen? Well, we gotta take a quick trip back in time. See, in the early days of the web, things were simple. It was basically just text and a few pictures. The code back then, old school HTML, it was all about looks. Make this text bold or put an image over here. It was never, ever designed to explain the meaning behind any of that stuff. All right, so how do we fix this? How do we solve this translation issue? Well, the answer is something called structured data. This is the absolute key to helping search engines finally understand what your content is all about, so they can serve it up to the right people in the best way possible. And that brings us to the hero of our story today, structured data. Seriously, you should think of it like a universal translator between your website and, well, every search engine on the planet. So what is this stuff, really? Basically, it's just a standard way to label all the information on your site. It's like you're putting little digital sticky notes on your content that tells search engines, hey, this chunk of numbers, that's a phone number. Or, see this text here, that's the name of a recipe. Just look at the difference here. It's pretty clear. On the left, you've got your standard, plain old HTML. It's just text. But over on the right, we've wrapped that exact same text in some special tags. Now we're telling the search engine, hey, this isn't just random text. This is the name of an organization. That tiny little piece of context, it changes everything. Okay, I get it. You might be thinking, why should I bother with all this? What's the big payoff, right? Well, it's all about grabbing attention and standing out with something called rich snippets. See, when a search engine truly gets your content because you use structured data, it rewards you. It can show off your information in way more interesting and useful ways, right there on the search results page. And these fancy enhanced listings, those are the rich snippets. And these aren't just one size fits all. They can show up in all kinds of powerful ways. Like your recipe could pop up with a star rating in the cooking time right in the search results. Or maybe your local business info, like your hours, shows up. Your product could even show its price and whether it's in stock. This is the kind of stuff that makes people stop scrolling and actually notice you. And trust me, this isn't just about looking pretty. These awesome looking results, they lead to a much higher click-through rate. I mean, it just makes sense, right? When your result takes up more space and gives people useful info right away, of course they're going to be more likely to click on your link instead of someone else's. And here's the kicker, especially if you're a small business. The secret is, most of your competitors probably aren't doing this. So by doing this, you can get a huge leg up on the competition. It's almost like having a secret weapon in your back pocket. So, are you feeling it? Getting excited? Good. Let's switch gears now from the why to the how. I'm going to break down exactly what you need to do to get started. Okay, here's a super simple 3-step action plan. Step 1, you might want to find an expert who really gets this stuff, someone who specializes in what's called semantic SEO. Step 2, start making this part of your routine. From now on, any new content you create should be built with this structure in mind right from the get-go. And step 3, use the tools. There are some amazing and often free tools out there that can help you build, mark up, and test your data. And hey, speaking of tools, let's look at some really helpful ones. Honestly, the best place to begin is with Google's own stuff. They have a structured data markup helper and a rich results test. The great thing is, they're designed to help you generate and test your code, even if you're not a coding genius. All right, before we finish up, I've got one last super important tip for you. And this one comes straight from the horse's mouth, from a big Google event. It's something that sounds so simple, but you'd be surprised how many people get it wrong. Okay, so back in 2019 at their huge developer conference, Google really hammered home how important dates are. For them, dates are a huge signal for what's relevant, especially for content that's new and fresh. So the message from them was crystal clear. If you publish content regularly, blog posts, articles, that kind of thing, do not hide your dates. You gotta show them off loud and proud. So here's a quick checklist for you. First, always make sure the full date, day, month, and year is right there on the page for people to see. Second, use that structured data we've been talking about to mark it up so Google knows for sure that it's a date. And last but not least, be consistent. Use the same date format everywhere. It seems like such a small thing, but it can make a really big difference. So I guess I'll just leave you with this one final question. The future of search, it's all about meaning. It's about context. When you teach search engines to speak your language using structured data, you're not just playing today's game, you're getting your business ready for tomorrow. So is your website ready?